Good morning, everybody. Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, and welcome to the latest episode of Monday Musings, where I talk about life, games, shows, books, and all the things that are going on in my life. There's going to be some background noise today going on in the background. It's because I'm logged into New World right now, and I'm waiting on some guildmates to get together to do a group. And because there's queues and everything else, I didn't want to log out to record this because then it would take me a while to get back in. Because I am pre-recording this on Sunday, and of course it's a hugely popular game that's about to hit a million subscribers on a million concurrent, I should say, on Steam, which is crazy to think about. So yeah, welcome. Um, Today we're gonna be talking about a variety of things. Let me run a little bit to the side because I don't want to have to deal with all the combat sounds. A little bit of music's not a bad thing. A little bit of background ambiance, but the zombie sounds can get a little annoying as people are attacking things. All right. So what are we talking about this week? So first and foremost, yeah, let's talk New World. New World came out this past Tuesday, I guess, and it has proven to be incredibly um, fun and addictive, and it's new, so there's some of that going on, but it's also just it's been a really good launch for an MMORPG, and they've kind of proven in my mind that for a AAA company they can pull it off. Obviously, people are complaining about the server queues, but they're adding more servers every day. They're expanding things, but they're doing this in a smart way because they're trying not to have the servers be so big that the communities end up getting shifted when they have to do server merges later on. So it's a weird thing. I don't want to talk too much about that today, other than to say I've been having fun in New World. I have been playing it quite a bit since it launched. I'm somewhere around 40 hours of game played so far, and I'm going to do a first impressions video this week at some point. I've been doing some little one-off videos about various things the last few days. It's fun. I think it's worth the 40 bucks if, and I'm stressing this, if you have time to play. It doesn't cost a monthly subscription, so it's a one-off $40 purchase or whatever it costs. I think it's 40 bucks. Um, so if you're not playing an MMORPG right now, it's probably worth it. I kind of feel a little bad because I had just spent like 100 bucks to get all the expansions and a 90-day sub and everything else for Final Fantasy 14 and was actively playing that, and then this came out and I've kind of gotten sidetracked over the last week or so. Um, so I'm not able to. Well, it's not that I'm not able to. I just haven't been playing Final Fantasy 14. So at some point, I will be getting back to Final Fantasy 14 as soon as I wrap up my initial crunch of New World, which will probably last a week or two, and then I'll be back to my normal schedule. It's fun. You should check it out. It's different, and I like it because the PVE is entirely there, and you don't have to do PvP if you don't want to. So that PvP is 100% optional, which is great for me. Beyond New World, as far as gaming goes, obviously my brother and I started Star Wars: The Old Republic, and we're a couple sessions in at this point. We're playing Mondays and Wednesdays from around 8:30 p.m. Central on the Satil Shan server. On the Imperial side, the Sith side, he's got a bounty hunter. I've got an Imperial agent. We're taking our time, playing like an hour, hour and a half on those nights after his kids go to bed and before we pass out from going to bed at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. So I've been streaming those sessions here on YouTube, so you can obviously check those out. And I just last night, I took a break for a few nights from reading, and last night went ahead and started the third book in the Mistborn series, which is the Hero of Ages. And I'm a few chapters in already, and things are a little bit different in this book. I've noticed now we have more stuff going on, more characters. Somebody's fighting a wolf or something nearby me. I can hear it. Um, so I'm interested to see where this book goes because everyone has told me that this third book of the Mistborn trilogy is the best book of the series. And if that's the case, then I'm looking forward to it. I think every single person I've talked, I really think it is. I think it is every single person I've talked to who has read the series has told me the exact same thing, which is this is the best book. And given that everyone has said that, I really am hoping and looking forward to this being the best book. So stick around for the review on that probably take me a couple weeks to get through. That's been about the average so far. As soon as I wrap up this book, I'm going to be going into the Song of Albion series by Stephen R. Lawhead, which is a book series that I have not read since I was probably in my early 20s. It's been 20 years since I've read that book series. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. That's a series on, I think I might have mentioned this last time on the show, but it's like a Celtic, it's historical fiction is what it is. But it's all about Celtic mythology and a guy going from our world to the other world, and becoming a hero of that land in the Paradise War, um, which is the name of the first book. And it's a really good series as I remember it. So I'm really looking forward to getting into that again. And I still haven't read Stephen Lawhead's Robin Hood series. I think it's just called Hood is the name of the first book. I don't remember the name of the series. I've never read it. Everybody says it's really good. I've read a lot of his other work when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and kind of I started with like his very first novel, which was Dream Thief. Not a very good novel. It was a debut. It was his debut science fiction. It's not very good. And then I read the Dragon Song trilogy, Dragon War saga. Might be called the Dragon War Saga. I really don't remember. It's another one, not very good, but that was like his first fantasy series. And then he did the Pendragon Cycle, which was freaking amazing, which got me into him as an author. And then I went into the Song of Albion series, and then Byzantine, I think is one of his, or Byzantanium. I forget. I don't know. Whatever. And of course, we've got Chronicles of Amber, some other stuff coming up. So we're going to see. I got a lot of reading planned. Um, Tabletop stuff is moving ahead, it looks like. We're going to be starting, I think, early November is what it looks like now. We actually just booked the tickets for Chris. She's flying out on the 11th of October, and she's going to be out with her family for 2 to 3 weeks. We are giving her 3 weeks in total because she might need 3 weeks, but she thinks the things she needs to do there are going to be about 2 weeks. So we're hoping, but we are giving her 3 weeks, so she'll be back at the end of the month, and then we're hopefully the plan is we're going to roll right into the tabletop session with folks starting that first Sunday of November, which I think is like the 7th or something. I'm not looking at a calendar right now, so stick around for that. Um, she's working on more artwork as we speak. Just some colored stuff for Project Dramond. And then I just wrapped up part 3 of the. Well, hang on. I shouldn't talk about Project Dramond stuff quite yet because I still want to talk about it. So I finished Loki this past week as well. I actually binge watched that one in 2 nights. It was only 6 episodes, so it was just 3 episodes one night, 3 episodes the next night, um, which is consequently why I didn't get any reading done the last few nights. Um, Really, really good. I didn't really care for the first 2 Marvel series on Disney Plus, which was WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Those were kind of meh. Loki was really, really good. Like, I mean, really good. So that was a nice little chunk of time. And then we started watching, but we have not finished it yet. We've only watched the first episode. We watched that Friday night. Tonight, which is Sunday, because I'm pre-recording this, we're supposed to get into and finish watching or watch more episodes of it. But we started the Squid Game because we've been hearing rave reviews about it, even though it's like supposedly this horribly graphically violent, nasty show. We're gonna watch it because it's a spectacle and we want to see what it's all about. Um, First episode was kind of intense. It definitely leaves you with kind of a sour taste in your mouth, going, "Ooh, if this is gonna be what the show's about, But we're gonna follow through and go through with it. I started watching Jay and Silent Bob reboot last night, and I don't know if it's just because my sense of humor has changed over the years, or if Kevin Smith's, I don't know, if his writing has just kind of skewed a little more comical than I remember it being. Because like Mallrats, as I remember, Mallrats is kind of cheesy, but Chasing Amy was brilliant. Chasing Amy has some really good storylines in it and everything else, and I loved those movies in the '90s. But I couldn't watch all of Jay and Silent Bob the reboot last night, which came out in 2019. And I know Clerks 3 just finished filming. I love Kevin Smith's work in the '90s, and I know a lot of people didn't care for his rendition on Masters of the Universe because they all expected it to be a He-Man show, and it was not because it's literally called Masters of the Universe. It's plural. It's about all of the characters, not just He-Man. But I think I like all of Kevin Smith's stuff. Uh, but the reboot is kind of silly. We'll see if it gets any better. But well, I'm chewing through that one in chunks. I'm not going to watch it all at one time. And there's another movie on there called Lockdown, which I've seen before, which is Guy Pearce. Um, and if you haven't ever seen Lockdown, Guy Pearce is a brilliant actor. Anyway, I just love everything he's in. But Lockdown's kind of a cheesy action science fiction movie where I think it's like the president's daughter gets captured or gets stuck on a space station that's a prison cell, and she gets stuck there where there's a prison riot going on, and he gets contracted to get her out. I vaguely remember the movie, but that's on Netflix right now, so I'm going to be watching that coming up this week. Um, and Oats Studios, so um, I'm blanking on his name right now, but it's the guy who directed District 9 and Chappie and some of those movies. He had done this Oats Studios, where we do a bunch of short films with like the Unity engine and some other stuff over the past few years. And Netflix has now released all of those episodes as a season on Netflix. So I'm looking forward to rewatching those again in a bigger screen format because previously they were only released on YouTube. So that was kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, now I can talk about Project Dramond a little bit. So Chris is doing artwork. She's going to be traveling. So she's not going to be doing artwork for chapter 7 and 8 coming into the month of October. I will be writing those chapters without her artwork. I'm just reminding people again that those chapters when they come out will not have artwork. Um, it'll be done when she gets back. She'll be playing catch up. Um, I just finished the third section of the tabletop campaign module 1, Escape from Parthana, this week, yesterday actually. I am now, I'm about halfway through because there's only 6 sections, but there's a bunch that has to be done beyond just the sections themselves. There's the monster tables, the encounter tables, the treasure tables. I have to enhance section 2 quite a bit more because that's the section when they first get into the city and the players need a chance to explore the city at large. And so I have to actually, this is where I get to go off script a little bit and create side quests, which I did not have in the original draft and were not part of what the players did through their initial playthrough for the playtesting. So I've got 3 more weekends basically of doing part 4, 5, and 6, and then the rest of what's going to be done through that book is, like I said, encounter tables, NPC tables, and then going through and doing the fleshing out side quests for the city before they get too busy with the main quest, which is try to make it out alive while things are falling down around them. Because there's a certain point that once, I think it's the 4th session, pretty sure it's the 4th session, is when they start getting attacked by things. And once that happens, it's kind of a do or die scenario where you're not going to have time to be doing side quests. There's no more exploring. It is you're on a mission to get out alive at this point. So we got to give them plenty of time to explore the city, do some side quests, maybe get some more levels, get some more gear, perhaps earn some coin, earn some magical items from quests. So I got to flesh that out too. So like I said, that's going to be my entire month of October is spent on that. November, December is just adding more content to that, adding more content to the main book, getting art done for character art, everything else. And the objective is to try to have all those books ready by March of next year so that we can, as we're ready to launch the official campaign on YouTube and Twitch with the tabletop group, we will be able to have those ready for sale as well. Joey is doing this weekend, the third QA build, which hopefully should be relatively bug free, at least the stuff that we've been able to find. He hasn't passed it off to me yet, but as soon as he does, I'm going to be jumping in and doing a quick run through and making sure that all the things that we've been trying to break are no longer broken. And assuming that those things work out, then that'll be ready to go into polish mode. And once that happens, we're probably going to hand that off to some of our Patreon subscribers for additional playtesting to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Because right now it's just the 3 of us, Chris, I, and my brother, who are doing the testing. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, stay tuned because we will be doing a um, announcement in Discord for our patrons once that happens. And then once that's ready, and assuming we don't have any additional bugs, we will be releasing things to the public. Again, our meeting is on the 11th of October with the lawyer. Same day my wife flies out, actually. And that's the finalization of some paperwork that we need to get done. And then once that happens, the rest of October, I also have to get all the websites ready and filled with content and etc. I got to do some more work on the brand logo for the fonts. It's all coming together though. End of the month, end of October, is when we plan on doing the announcement and the launch of everything. And once that happens, the demo is going to be available for everybody to download. All the websites will be up, all the social media. We'll have a game trailer, and then we will then be moving into streaming the tabletop session when we're playing the Minds of Phandelver. That'll be streamed on the new Twitch channel for the brand, and then we'll be rolling from that into the homebrew session in March of next year. Don't forget, if any of you watching this want to join, um, we're going to be playing Sunday nights from around 8:30 to 9-ish. It's probably going to be about 9 Central, to about 11 p.m. Central. 2 to 3 hour sessions is what we're going to be playing, and we're going to be rolling forward from that every Sunday. It's going to take about 3 months to get through the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Excuse me, it's not mines plural. I always want to say plural. Lost Mine of Phandelver takes about 3 months, and as soon as we wrap that up, we're going to be rolling into the homebrew stuff for our campaign, and we're going to be running people through the final version, the actual published version of Escape from Parthana, which will be different than what the playtesters went through. And then we're going to be rolling from that into the second campaign module, the third campaign module, and we're just going to be carrying that campaign on throughout the year of 2022 on Sunday nights. Is the objective on Twitch, and then we'll be publishing those to YouTube later on. So if you want to join, we've still got space for folks. We're going to go through with a maximum of 8 party members. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've got 5 people. I know we have 4 for sure. 5th possible, and then I'm waiting to hear back on 2 people, a husband and wife team. So we're getting there. So if you want to join, let us know. Otherwise, stick around and stay tuned for all that stuff. Of course, don't forget, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the Patreon page. You'll get, I think there's around 100 updates for Project Dramond so far. Plus, you're going to get access to the playtesting, the alpha and beta testing for the. Somebody's doing something. There's like musket fire and everything going off in the background. This will be a fun episode to listen to after it's done, for all of the screaming and shouting and musket fire, and that's like explosion stuff. It'll be fun for me to go check out what's happening in game after this. Um, I think that's a wrap. October's going to be a busy month for us. It's all busy months, but it's fun. It's fun work. That's the most important thing. It's fun, busy work. We got a lot of stuff going on. Um, Getting everything launched is going to be fun for this project. Getting the demo out there is going to be great to actually get people's hands on it. Um, and then as we roll into tabletop, my brother being able to continue work on the point and click game and fleshing that out entirely. Like I said, everything is pointing towards March as our launch date for everything. At least my tabletop stuff will all be ready by March. That's the plan anyway. Could be a little bit longer, but I don't anticipate it taking longer unless I just have a huge learning curve with Adobe InDesign and getting all the layout done once I get all the artwork back from people. We are still hiring, so if you're looking for work as an artist, let me know. Character art, elves, half elves, all that kind of stuff. I've got a couple of people submitting me some things just to test it out and see if I like their work. If I don't find anything that I like by the end of October, I'm probably just gonna. There's a few artists I've already found on Fiverr who do stuff in a style that I like, and so if I don't find something that I like over the next few weeks, then by the end of October I will be hiring somebody on Fiverr to just do stuff. So stick around. We'll have more information on all that stuff as it becomes available. So somewhat of a shorter episode this week. We're 20 minutes in, and I'm going to be wrapping it up. Don't forget, we've got the latest episode of Mondays in MMORPGs coming out later today. It's going to be coming out at 6:30 p.m. Central, episode 46, talking about new worlds, old worlds, and MMORPGs, past, present, and future. This is a more lighthearted episode. Last week we were talking about fraud and a bunch of other stuff, but this week is a straight up just a fun episode about games that I like, things that I see in MMORPGs. Um, should be a good episode for everybody if you want to stick around for that later on this afternoon. Don't forget, also we'll be streaming Star Wars Republic tonight at 8:30 ish p.m. Central. And stick around for all the other stuff that's coming down the pipeline. I'm actually, you know what? I forgot I was supposed to cook a recipe for Lotro today, and I didn't. And I just remembered it, and it's not going to happen today because I've already filled up the rest of my day with stuff. So I need to do that tomorrow. But there will be a new episode out for the Lord of the Rings online cooking show this week. So, maybe not next week. Sorry, I'm recording it this week. It was supposed to be recorded on the weekend. Chris and I got busy with stuff because we got her tickets, and then we've been prepping stuff for her to travel, and yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Hit the bell icon to get updates for future content as it comes out on YouTube. And of course, join the Discord. Links are below. Pick up a subscription over at Patreon if you want to hang out with us and find all the super secret stuff with Project Dramond. Get a pre-order copy of the game and books and tabletop and all the other stuff. And I will see everybody in the next episode.